And welcome Friday afternoon, All In with CSN, or Friday evening, folks, 8 o'clock. A little late for us. Back in the studio here in Clemson, South Carolina, at All In at CSN Studios. Here about a mile away from Death Valley as the crow flies, as we like to say we're here. I just got back from my whirlwind tour this season. We took the show All In with CSN. We spent most of the season our home games. We went to Smoke the Pig. I want to thank those folks, Mr. Devers and Morris, the management over there. Thank you very much for your hospitality there this year. We'll be back next year, I'm sure. Our away games were all over the place. We were at the Two Horse Distillery. We were at Denver Downs. We were everywhere. I want to thank those folks well. All In with CSN, presented by Ingalls, Benson Ford, Oakway Tractor, and J.W. Martin Real Estate. Those are our title sponsors. Just picked up 3 new sponsors this week. I want to thank those guys. Pick them over here and say hey to the folks at Southern Floorings over in Seneca. On the way out towards the lake, you'll find Southern Floorings right from past Ingalls. They'll be on the left, about a mile out. Ingalls, our title sponsor. Then you go down there, if you head towards the lake, I think it's a highway called. I'll think of it in a minute. But you'll find them out there. I want to thank our folks over here at Dripworks. Brand new, just popped in over there on Tiger Boulevard. You'll find them. Dripworks is an IV therapy company. You get all kinds of cool IV therapy and other health needs there. A wellness company, they are. Located in Greenville, Dripworks of Greenville and Dripworks of Clemson, run by my buddy and his wife. They are both Clemson grads, and they'll be glad to help you guys out. And stop by and see them. Can't miss them when you come into town. Dripworks in Clemson. And finally, right there in the same plaza, you'll find Firehouse Subs of Clemson. But it's not just Firehouse Subs of Clemson. We've got Firehouse Subs of the upstate. 10 locations. All of these locations are in Oconee, Anderson, Rural, and Pickens counties. So the 10 Firehouse Subs you'll find right here in the area, Tigertown folks, they are all in with CSN now. So 3 new sponsors to the family of sponsors. Can't say thank you enough about that. Let's get into talking about some stuff here. Obviously, let's talk about the end of the season, the bowl game. We'll talk recruiting. We'll talk a little bit of basketball, and we'll mix some things up here. But we'll keep it. We got a couple things to shout out about. If you got any comments, hit us up in the comments section. You can chat with us, folks. Be glad to say hello to us, please. We'd love to hear from you. I see Kevron has checked in. Hey, man, how you doing, Kev? Kevron, he's always all in, brother. You'll see that guy. He is always all in. We say hey to him there. Guys, if you got a question, be sure to type it in. You can over here on the chat screen. You can see that on the stream as well here, right here, right next to me. So you guys want to holler at us. Man, so All In with CSN, again from the studio tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit how the season ended. Obviously, we'll talk Gamecocks real quick. The game was not what everyone expected it would be. We thought it'd be a tight battle. It seemed closer than it was. The ball game was out of reach if you watched it and kind of soaked it in. I watched it a couple times over now, and the defensive game plan to hold Lenore Sellers to what he was and limit him to what they did was absolutely a brainstorming success from Tom Allen and that defensive staff. If you go back and watch it, Sammy Brown is spying him the entire game. It's the exact opposite of what everybody complained about with West Goodwin a year ago. Because if Sammy Brown's in the second half eyeballing that guy all day long, that doesn't happen, I think. But, here you go. Your lesson learned, and this year they learned their lesson, and they went in there and they literally dominated on the line of scrimmage. 6 sacks. Will Help was a monster. Parker was a monster. What a big game for him. Avion Terrell with another strip ball on defense. Then you got Ricardo Jones with the 2 picks. Reminds me of Willie Underwood back in the day. Remember 1980? Clemson came out with the all orange bridges that game. Remember that? 2 picks. Clemson wins 27-9 or something like that. Kind of close to this. In kind of the same fashion, but South Carolina back then was I think, ranked team, and we came in and beat them and became and kept our season from being 500. But 7-5. Nothing to gloat about there. Next step up is the bowls, man. I mean, I just dropped an article. I dropped a couple of articles in the last week about the bowl eligibility and where we're going. I wrote one today. You can go and find it on ClemsonSportsNews.com. It says Clemson's enduring bowl legacy. What destination awaits in 225? So here you are. I think, guys, we're so far down the pecking order because the ACC, like always, is. We've always been up top, running around up there playing playoff games like last year. No bowl, we went to a playoff game. And now we're back in bowl competition again like we were a couple years ago. And the pecking order is weird in the ACC as far as the bowl tiers go. But Clemson, with this reputation for travel and also its prestige, I mean, let's get it straight. Even a 7-5 Clemson is better than a 9-3 Utah, in a bowl game. As far as prestige, dollars, eyeballs on views, national television exposure. Clemson's a better brand than a lot of these teams are. So you might see them slide ahead of some teams. There's always those jockeying points inside of the bowl pecking orders, the highest rated team, this, that, or the other, but this caveat. So you're going to find the caveat's going to put Clemson somewhere where they kind of want to be. Clemson will steer themselves into a bowl that they would like to be in instead of one. You're not going to see them at the Birmingham Bowl. Okay, it's not going to happen. I think you're going to see them in one of three places, I think. Okay? I've got three places in mind I think they're going to go. I think they go to either New York to play in the Pinstripe Bowl, or they're down in Tampa to play the Gasparilla Bowl. But here's where I think they actually end up. I think Clemson ends up in the Sun Bowl out in El Paso. Now, that's a bowl of history that goes back to the 1930s. It's been around for a long, long time. It's always been on CBS. It's always been a New Year's Day bowl. It used to be considered right there with the Big Five bowls, the Rose Bowl, the Orange, and all that stuff, because it was always, it was a sure thing. You knew it was going to happen in that cool stadium out there up against that desert, against those hills. It's really a neat place. El Paso, I've been there myself a few times on tour, and I'll be honest with you, there's nothing there to see. It's kind of dusty and dirty, but again, a very cool experience as far as going out there maybe and get in that stadium. Again, a cool stadium, cool setup there. It's kind of neat. Kind of reminds you of like Arizona State. If you've ever been out to Arizona State, their stadium sits in a hill like that as well. But that's where I think we end up. But again, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Just like anybody else around here is guessing. I'll tell you that right now. No one knows. We'll find out Sunday. Okay? One ACC team, California, is already going to go out and play in the Hawaii Bowl against the University of Hawaii. That was determined already. I don't know how that happened, but that one's already on the book. But again, we'll find out Sunday. And then next week, we're talking about the show being here and new sponsors. Well, we picked up Joe's New York Pizza here in Clemson right before the season started. And what great guys. Jeff knows folks, man. 3 locations, Central, Seneca, Clemson. We're going to be at Clemson to do the bowl preview show. So that's another on-site show. And we're not going to stay in the studio all winter long. We're going to come back. We're going to start doing the multi-week, we're going to do like on Monday and Friday. Do 2 shows a week, okay? That way we can update you on all the basketball stuff that goes off every weekend, and as well get you ready for baseball and softball coming up and keep up with recruiting. And guess what? The transfer portal is going to be nuts. We're going to take double-digit guys in that portal, like I promise you right now. It's going to be crazy, the stuff that's going to come across our desk in the next few weeks, okay? Now, that starts kicking in around January 3rd or 4th, okay? But until then, and until Christmas, basketball is doing great. I mean, yeah, they lost at Alabama, but what a performance against a really good basketball team. That Alabama team is going to end up way deep in the tournament, probably going to challenge for that SEC title. This team is starting to come together. And you got to remember, these guys just showed up in June and showed up and got together and became a team. Again, a master job, an absolute master class in the portal for Brownell. He's learned how to manipulate it, find the talent, evaluate it, recruit it, get into town, and then make them become all in and become what Clemson is about. And then on top of that, I said this many times about this basketball team. You just say it again. They are a virtual Swiss Army knife of basketball players because he's got every kind of counter to any other team's assets. They got a great shooting point guard. We got a great defending point guard. They got big men that like to get into the paint. We got guys that can defend the paint. You like guys that get out there on the three-point line and challenge. Well, these guys are going out there on the three-point line and challenge. Then on the offensive side of the ball, you got the other guys. You got big men that can shoot threes. You got guys that can shoot specific threes. You got guys who can slash the basket. You got guys like Foster that can go over there like Michael Jordan. This basketball team is going to be fun to watch this year. Get ready for ACC competition when it starts up because it's going to be really fun. And we got our staff set to go down there to cover basketball full on this year. I've got a reporter and a photographer on staff that are going to be covering basketball specifically all winter long. Get ready. Now, that Joe's Pizza, we're going to be there for that bowl game preview show. You got to come down to see us at Jeff, and that's one of the most cool places in all Clemson. It's over in Patrick Square. We're going to be popping up in there and hanging out and getting online and turning the mics and the cameras on and hanging out there for about an hour or two over there. We'll see how long it goes. But it's probably going to eat some good lasagna. While we're talking about it, being football, let's get back into this recruiting. We just had yesterday a National Signing Day, Wednesday. And the Tigers finished with a top 15 class. Lost some guys on the way out. Lost Gebhardt, the kid out of Ohio, the safety, who I really liked, to Ohio State on signing day. You lost Drake Quinn earlier in the process. He pulled out, and then you had the Stewart kid, the Blake Stewart guy, the safety out of Georgia. He left out of the class. So you lost three guys on the defensive side of the ball, but you brought in a stellar group of offensive players. And not too bad on the defensive line to fill some needs, but that's why the portal is going to be so important this year. But on offense, the offensive line class is stellar. Probably one, if not the best in the nation, one of the best in the nation. Okay? Wide receivers, exactly the same. If not the best, but maybe one of the best in the nation. The Nihilan Burroughs kid is going to play in his freshman year. Okay? On defense, Polo Anderson, the kid out of Dorman, Spartanburg. Top player in the state, athletic. He'll play in his freshman year. This offensive line class, it's like getting 4 Braden Jacobs, okay? Because that's what you got here. You got 4 guys with that kind of talent and that kind of ability. These guys will be able to push their way into this Grant Wise kid, he's going to find his way onto the field. There's going to be guys that will find their way onto the field their freshman year. This is a very Leo Delaney. Gordon Sellers, the wide receiver out of Providence, day scoring in Charlotte, another guy, wide receiver. Watch out for him. Great stuff, man. This is going to be good stuff. Clemson's looking good on the recruiting right now. Top 15, that's fine. Quarterback, you got 2 of them. You got the Bradley kid out of Alabama, and you got the Reynolds guy out of Arizona, who I think is amazing. Tate Reynolds is Kyle Parker on steroids. He's 220 pounds. He's about 6'1". But he's got a rocket of an arm. He just doesn't have it polished yet. He did go out to the Elite 11. They invited him out there. He did very well, represented himself very well. The guy is going to be something special. I think people are underplaying what he is. They think that he's all set to go leave and go to baseball. He's not. He's already committed to coming in early in January, and he's going to try and compete for that starting job in his freshman year. Now, this guy's built like a man. Go watch his film, Tate Reynolds, and watch him run the football. He is a man-child. There are some good-looking film out there. I suggest you go take a look at it. This recruiting class, it was cool. Again, this is going to be filled in through the portal this year. That's where we got to keep our eyes, guys. Is the portal, and it's going to be, it's going to be a busy January. Might be going both ways. Right now, we've had one linebacker decide he's going to roll out. That's it. And I expect some guys to announce. We'll see. I don't think that we're going to lose any wide receivers, but there has been talk as such. I don't know what's going to happen with the coordinators this year. Unlike last year, where I had an inside line into the whole Wes Goodwin thing, I knew Wes Goodwin was out the door before anybody in the entire media in Clemson. I reported I was the guy that broke the news last year that Goodwin was actually out. I was the one that found out his office had been cleared, through one of my sources, and no one wanted to believe us. And next thing you know, next day there's a release. We knew. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I've got sources deep, decades deep in the Clemson, and no one has told me anything about the coordinator so far. Okay, there's been a lot of innuendo. Other outlets have got there and jumped the gun, and I'm not going to say anything about their sources, but I'm not hearing anything. And I'll be honest with you guys. If I go back and watch the last half of the season, I think Garrett Riley reminded me of a classic Western gunfighter on Main Street. He's dueling up. He's got a duel going. He's been handed a gun with 3 bullets in it, and they didn't tell him where they put them inside the roll, inside the cartridge. So that's what it was like with the offense when you're playing with a quarterback that's got a high ankle sprain and could barely get out of the pocket at times, I mean, then you lost your guy that took the top off in Wesco early in the season. That dude, when you lost him, all of a sudden safeties could cheat up on you. So then you had to call the game completely different. Then you're trying to break in the Gideon Davidson kid, which I think was the smartest thing they did this year, is start to develop him when they did. I wish they would have done it a little earlier. But again, all of this is going on while your offensive line, which was having problems coming together because of injuries earlier in the year, and all kinds of problems becoming a unit and meshing because, again, you couldn't get cohesive with all the injuries. They were replacing guys left and right. There you go. I mean, that kind of, all that turbulence going on and all those things coming, all those gears not meshing together, that's what caused all this. I mean, it was just a perfect storm of stuff. But I'm going to say right now, I was chewing my teeth on some of his calls and play calls earlier in the year. But the way he called the rest of the season, the last half of the season, especially the last 3 games, I'm starting to think that Garrett Riley might be the guy to stay. I mean, I don't know why you guys are trying to run him out of town. Again, let's get him, who knows? And again, we're going to get to this portal thing here in a minute, but if the Tigers pull a portal quarterback, I can promise you it's going to be the guy he signs off on. Okay, it's going to be a guy that he wants. And, he didn't recruit Cade Klubman, and Cade, I don't know what happened between year 2 or 3 and 4, because his junior year, he took a huge step up, was one of the top quarterbacks in the country last year. And nobody could deny it. Look at the numbers, look at the performance. But again, it's time to move on. We'll talk about next year in the upcoming weeks and months. But dude, I just, going back to recruiting, a top 15 class, sounds good, it looks good. I think they did well on the offensive side. I think the defensive side, losing those 3, those are the headliners of that defensive side of the football, outside of Polo Anderson. So if you keep those 3 guys, you had a top 5 class, or top 5 to 10. And that didn't, not losing those guys hurt, because now you got to go out and find that proven defensive end to come in and fill that spot that Drake Quinn was going to hold, because the 2 guys they went and got, the project, they're development guys. They got to lose. They got to be Wade. They got a lot of going on there. The kid out of Indian Land, up in Charlotte, they just got Foster at the end, who committed and flipped over from ECU. Project. These kids are not ready. The Quinn guy was ready day one. He was one of those cats, a 5-star dude. So you got to go out and find somebody in the portal for him. Again, I'm going to tell you, between 10 and 12 is the number I'm thinking of in the portal this year. From offensive line plug-ins to an extra wide receiver, I definitely need some more depth at running back, and you definitely need some defensive safeties and a great piece at the end. At the defensive end, you're going to need 2 of them. So the development and the scouting team, Danny Pearman and that bunch, are going to have their hands full over the next few weeks. Once the portal opens up and they got a good idea who all is going to be in there. Now I got to tell you, they probably got a good idea now, but again, you're going to know for real in January when the portal actually opens up. Kids are starting to announce now, but in the bowl season you'll see it too. There'll be a lot of guys that'll not play in bowl games because they're going to hit the portal. Or NFL guys, I expect Clemson's guys to all pull out for bowl season. Why go play at the Sun Bowl if you're Peter Woods? If I'm him, I'm not going to go there and try and get myself hurt before the combine. That's what I'm thinking about at this point. And that's what this has come to. This is because of playoff. Everybody's expectations to be in the playoff. Now these bowl games don't mean anything. You had guys pulling out even the playoffs last year, in the last few years. I've seen guys at national championships not play, because of the NFL. And, now that you're being paid to play, it's a little bit different incentive. I think they probably could write it into a contract. I think I would. Speaking of, there's a really cool thing I saw on Twitter today. Georgia's suing a player for NIL money that they invested in him, and he ended up transferring to Missouri. So the collective that he signed with had a deal with him that he has to pay him back, and he's going to have to pay him back like $400,000. He only got like 40. So you got to read that paperwork, man, before you sign it. You're a grown man, and I think that's where we're heading with some of this NIL stuff. You're going to have to hold these players accountable. And again, I don't want to get off topic. So guys, Busy week. Just getting ourselves set back in the office after the, all the good stuff that's been going on, moving around. And we did some, like I said, did some marketing this week and got some new sponsors. Got some more folks we're talking to join us here at the first of the year for another year. Did over 7.5 million views on our Facebook page, man, in the last 28 days. We did 940,000 views on game day for South Carolina a week ago. I'm not kidding. Our Facebook page alone, 7.6 million views in the last 28 days, guys. And that's all because of, rivalry, excitement, and now we've got basketball kicking in, and with really a team. I tell you, man, get excited, guys. It's going to be fun watching these guys this year. They're going to be fun. A lot of good stuff. Go to ClemsonSportsNews.com. I put a lot of good stuff up lately. I want you to go read it, comment on it, share it. Visit our sponsors. Be sure. We've got over 50 plus sponsors that are active with us here at Clemson Sports News. They're on our website. They're on our social media. Join us and follow us. Follow us on Twitter at Clemson Sport News. Go find us on Instagram, Clemson Sports News 1, and follow us there. Right here, obviously. Share us and let everybody know what's up. We'd love to hear from you. Comment below. Always say hey. Talk to us. Hey, guys. Tell us where you're watching us from. We get a pretty big audience on here because we share this all over the place when we get done, and it gets to a lot of Clemson fans through a lot of different groups besides this one. And we've got a pretty good audience, and we're very, very proud of that. And because we're just out here being real, kind of letting you know what we feel and think. I could break it down and carve it up and present it all nice and pretty for you. I'd rather just come right off the hip and talk, like I was talking to my friends. And that's kind of what we do here. And especially when I've got my friends. I miss my buddy Joey Martin from JW Martin Real Estate. He's my compadre on our live shows when we're out doing them live. I miss places like the Two Horse, the Massies and the folks over there, man. Great. We're going to be back there. We're going back over there during basketball season. We're going to pick some ACC games and get out and do the show again live on some good Friday or Saturday nights, before and preview games or night of games, and maybe watch the game live. Who knows? We'll see. We might even stream a game while we're talking. But just wanted to let everybody know we're back in the studio here at CSN Central here in Clemson. I want to thank again all of our sponsors, especially the folks over at Ingles. 8 straight years as our title sponsor. Melissa Level is just an amazing person, the director of marketing there, and that group and representing them. You see the name is right here behind me, right there. That's there because of them, and they've been here for 8 straight years, making sure that we can do what we do here. So thank you, Ingles. Low Rises love the savings, love Ingles, and guys, you guys love Ingles too. Gonna get out of here. We'll see you again on Monday. Now Monday we're gonna go about 7 o'clock. We'll do 7 o'clock on Monday. We're gonna update you guys on everything coming up on Monday. We'll talk to you about the bowl destination because we'll find out on Sunday. We'll be posting the bowl destination as soon as it comes out and information and all that good stuff as soon as it comes out onto the website and onto the social media. Go to the social media feeds, follow us, like us, share us, hit likes on all those sponsor feeds. When you're rolling through there and you're reading all the Clemson news on the Clemson Sports News page on like Facebook, and you see an ad for one of our sponsors in there, they're supporting us, which is supporting Clemson, which is supporting you. Click like, click share, make a comment. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Drive safe out there. Stay warm, stay cool, and we'll talk to you guys